My name is Cheryl Guthrie. I am a certified personal trainer. Some of you have been asking for a TRX workout that you can follow along with at home. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. For those of you who may not be familiar with TRX, they are one of the best systems as far as having something at home that is takes up very little space and can give you a complete workout. I will just say, make sure that if you are using one at home, that they are stuck into either, if you're using the door anchor, that they're in a very sturdy door that is not hollow, or if they're in a wall, that they're in a stud. You don't want them to come out. I'm going to go through a quick warm-up and a short little workout. So join in. We're going to start off here with a warm-up by alternating legs. I'm going to extend my arms and my legs, reaching out. Take it out and back and reach. 4 more. Out and out and out. And last one, and then hold it right in here. It's a squat down, extend up, get down low, reach it up, drop, and lift. One of the beauties of TRX is you can go a lot lower on and it's kinder on the knees. 2 more, take it down, bring it up. And I'm going to stay here on that way down and extend my arms, extend my legs. It's a hip hinge, keeping the arms straight, driving the hips back, tucking under. This one helps to release through the low back. Pull it right back up. 2 more. Hip hinge. Bring it under. 1 more time. Hip hinge. And bring it up. Standing up. So I'm going to start here with a short little workout. We're going to start off with squats. And I'm working off of 45-second increments. Here we go. Take it. Squat and squat. And I'm going to lateral squat right now. Back and forth. So when you're first warming up, it's simply going to be just a step side to side, back and forth. And now I'm going to stay in the middle and just squat. Down and up, down and up. Drop, lift. If you want to go a little lower, you are welcome to. I'm about hip width apart with my feet. Yes, there is a little bit of a pull up with the arms, but not a whole lot. I'm trying to keep most of my work in the legs by really driving through my feet as I stand up, down and up. All right, coming into a row. I'm going to lean back, tuck and pull in, come out, in and lift. So the deal with the TRX, I'm sure you're familiar, those of you who have them, the closer I stand with my feet to the wall, the more challenging it becomes back and forth. So if I am here and I feel like, oh man, I'm not going to make 45 seconds, I can simply back it up and make it easier. Right now, I'm doing a wide row where I'm bringing my thumbs toward the armpits, focusing on that mid-back. Everything that I do on the TRX is going to involve my core. My body perceives me as falling, so it automatically comes into a tightening position. So now I'm coming into a split fly, up and down. This is a great one for shoulder range of movement. And lift and lower, reach, up and down, lift, big stretch, and up. Inhale and exhale. If you want, add a little rotation to look under your arm while you're coming up. And lift. And reach. And back up. So I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to go through round 2. This is a T. Opening up, coming back in. Stretch out and in. And reach. All of these exercises are focusing on my back. Right now, with our culture, with people sitting more and doing more on the computer, a lot of Zoom meetings, you really want to focus on that upper back. Strengthening it. I'm also kind of giving myself a nice stretch through the front, which is also important. My core is engaged. And reach and come back down. Opening up. I go slow on the way down and then quicker on the way up. Slow on the way down and quicker up. I'm going to go back through those things. Your squat, but the squat's going to look a little different because I'm doing one leg. I'm dropping behind. So depending on how your body feels, you might choose to do a one leg behind by simply stepping back into a backward lunge. Or you could do what we call a curtsy lunge, where I'm coming behind at a diagonal. I can either tap back, or I can suspend it. And reach and up. Reach and lift. Come down, come back up. And lift. Low and lift. Up. And we're working that backside. The beauty of these one-leg exercises is they force you to work your weaker side. So right now, my left side is my weaker side. It doesn't like me to do these as well. And so it just feels a little less strong. But that's even more reason to work on these kind of things. Drop down, come up. Again, I have the option of simply stepping back. Low and lift, and low and lift. Up. Dropping down, pushing through that front leg. You can go lower than I am. It really depends on how your knees feel, how your body feels. Shake it out. I go into the row, but this time I'm doing a narrow row. I'm going to lean back, pull the handles right to the rib cage, in and out. Glutes are tight. So partway through this, I'm going to add a squat to it. In and out. So go ahead, this is an option. Squat down, pull up, squat down, pull up. Low and lift, low and lift. Drop it, lift it. And up. And lift. Get down, get up. And squeeze, low, lift, low, and lift. Now I'm going back into that split quad. So I'm back in here. Again, I've got a couple options. I can look at the anchor point the whole time. I can look through the straps to get a little bit more oblique work. I can even add a squat. Squat down. And so now what happens is I've added more muscle groups. So my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes are working at the same time that I'm getting into my back, the back of my shoulders, and reach all the way down the back of that arm, and lift, and reach. Take it back up. Coming into the T. Same thing, I lean back, open it up, coming back slow. Quick on the way up, easy on the way back. My grip is tight enough that I'm not going to fall, but I'm not really squeezing too hard, just hard enough to hold on. And again, open and back, and open and back, and reach, come back. Option add the squat, drop down, reach, and out. Drop it down, take it out. Reach, low and lift, and low and lift. Right, so I'm going to now change it up just a little bit for a rotation. I've got both hands on one handle. If you happen to have one of the older ones that does not have a catch, you're going to need to use both handles at the same time. rotation on the obliques. This is a very functional exercise. As we get older, sometimes turning to look over our head gets a little more challenging. But when you're driving, you need to be able to look over the back and check your blind spot. So it's important to train the way we do things in life. Up and out. All right, same thing, and now I switch to the other side, and here we go. Up and out, come back, and lift, lower, out, looking over that shoulder, and reach. The TRX is very kind on bodies. The biggest thing safety-wise is just to make sure not to let it fall into it. You want to make sure that you're controlled on the way down. A little quicker on that way up, but I always control on the way down. I keep a soft elbow. My knees have a slight bend in them. And reach. Take it out. And back. And lift. And continue with some rotation work. I'm standing sideways. I'm putting my inside leg closest to the front, and I'm going to go down, and I'm going to drive it out. I lower down and up. Take it sideways. Now if you check it out, I am keeping a slight bend in my elbows, and I drive it. Come down, push, and low, and drive it. Out, push, come down, and push. Low, and lift. Out, and up, out, and push. How you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling this too. All along the side, and now turn it to the other side. So I'm coming right in here, I'm going to lower it down, and push it out. And lower, and drive, come down, push it out, and in. Lower down, up and out. So this is a way to get some muscle groups that are a little more challenging to get. Everybody wants those love handles worked on. Well, this is one way to do that. And push. This is also a push-pull combo. So I pull it up and I push it out. You're getting both a push and a pull in the same exercise, and there we go. I'm going to lengthen my straps out to do some chest and tricep. So you're coming right back out here, coming down, and holding here. Take it down, out, and push. Drop and lift. Out, and in, and out, and in. Come down, big push, out, and lift. Halfway down. So again, as I come down, my elbows are at about a 90, and I push back. Come low, my glutes are tight. Couple of things that can make this either harder or easier. It's easier if I have my legs wider. It gives me a better base of stability. If my feet are narrow, it's going to challenge my core a bit more. So into triceps, I'm going to lean in and push out. Lean and push. Those of you who have done tricep extensions on the TRX realize that this is one of the most effective ways to hit the tricep. There is no way that you can do a couple of sets of these and not be sore the next day. Those of us with longer hair, when I reach up to put our hair in a ponytail the next day, can say, oh my gosh, my triceps. Take it in and push. Lean and drive. You're keeping the glutes tight, and again, this works the same principle. If I want to make it harder, I'm going to step back and press. Now, my third exercise of this little set is called a get-up. I'm going to sit down into a squat, pull into a row, and then drive into a tricep press down. In and push. It flows from one movement to the other and back. Again, squat, pull, and push. Squat, pull and push. Squat, pull and push. Sit down, pull it up, drive it right down. You may find you need to step it a little closer to the wall to be able to have this one flow up and out. Kind of depends on how long your straps are, but find a position where you can come into a full extension here. All right, that was number 3. We go back to number 1, your push-ups. Now this time, I'm going to tuck a heel behind my ankle, and I'm going to challenge my balance a little bit more. As you can see, it does challenge balance. Now, that's just a variation that I'm showing. You don't have to do that. If you want the challenge, go for it. Out. You can even lean a little to one side, back in the middle, lean a little to the other side. That is easier when you don't have one leg behind. So again, lots of variations here. Down, push it away, come down, drive, low, and lift, and low, and lift. I'm going to give you a quick stretch. This is an amazing stretch. Everybody needs this stretch to open the chest. I come back into triceps, lean in, and push it out. I'm keeping the butt tight. So a common thing I see with the TRX is people's butt out. It's kind of the same thing I see in planks. You want to keep the butt tucked under, drive it away. Coming in, push it out. In and out. Kind of amazing the workout that you can get with just a couple of straps. Go figure. How come I didn't come up with this kind of a thing? In and out. In and out. I'm going to go a little faster. So drive it out. Big push, push, and release. So I move back into my get up. I'm going to lean in, up, drive out. Squat, push, and press down. Drop it, pull it, push it. And go. In and out, and drive. And push. Sit back in, drive it all the way down. And again, low and press. Come down, push it out. Sitting back, pulling in, driving it out. Push. And release. All right, flipping it around again. We've got one last set. So, if you remember, whatever leg you had, I had that leg on, coming down and up. Again, another variation of that is to have both feet on and go side, center, side. There's really a lot of things. It's kind of, you know, your imagination is really the only thing stopping you from new exercises on these. It's always possible, of course, to hurt yourself, but not too likely on these things. It's really nice and controlled. Make sure that you don't go too low. If I go really low like this, what happens is I'm putting a ton of pressure on my shoulder. We call it shoulder impingement. So I'm stopping at a 90 in order to be able to protect my shoulders. Coming in, this is the last set of triceps. It should be a burner. In, out. Now, I have my hands a little ways apart. Sometimes people like to do what we call a hammer curl, press and out, or in and out. It changes a little bit the angle of how the triceps are hit. But if you find that awkward, go ahead and just keep the palms pressing out. So there are always options. And push. Bring it in, drive it out. Bring it in, drive it out. Burn, baby, burn is about what my triceps are saying right now. Now the good news is, after we finish with this last exercise, we're going to be hitting a little bit more core and be done. So you're going to turn around. This is your last set with that get up. I squat, pull, push down, drop up and push. Get down, get up. And push. Squat, pull and push. Low and with abs. I'll give you some options. So if you don't like to, or it's hard to get up and down on the floor, your first ab exercise we call the Superman. I'm on the balls of my feet. I'm going to come out and I'm going to come halfway. Out and in. So we call this a Superman because you're flying off tall buildings. Now, you want to keep that alignment where your butt is tucked under, your abs are strong. Reach halfway, come out halfway, and in. Take it out, bring it in, take it out. Now, if you want to do that same thing on your knees, you're going to come down here, and I'm going to do the same thing. Reach it out. Now, I'm going to add what we call a stir the pot. So I'm going up and around, inhale and exhale. Yes, you work your core in everything you do in the TRX. This just adds a little bit more, 5 more in this direction. Take it up and around, 2 more, and little pulse again here, reaching out, pulse it, pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep going, 4 more, 3 more. So the next ones I'm showing are a little bit more advanced. So you can continue with what I just did if you like, or you can take this into putting your feet in, coming out, and I'm going to do some tucks. So with the tucks, it's pull in, and in. So generally I do about, maybe 5 to 10 tucks, depending on how I feel. Come back, and again, tuck and tuck. Body is pretty straight. If that bothers your back at all, I would choose not to do these. And again, I would do them in smaller sets. Probably not any more than about 8, maybe even 3, depending on if these are familiar to you. So I'm going to do one more thing before we stretch. And again, I'm just going to over a little bit. If you have your mat right under, it's going to feel better. So I'm here. I'm going to show you a couple things. So the pendulum is in a plank, and I'm taking my legs back and forth. Again, give yourself breaks so your low back doesn't hurt. I can do this side to side, twist, twist, is another option. Some of you like the pike, where I'm planking, pike up, come back. Pike and back, pike and back. So again, there are a number of options. Frog is up and around, up and around, up and around. So hopefully that has given you a couple of options. Now I'm going to do one more here facing the wall. And this is for shoulders, upper back, shoulders right in here. All the way to supine position, holding here, and I'm going to come up and out. Up, press, press, press. 5 more. You can raise the heels or raise your feet if you want. But this is low back and back of the shoulders. And last one. So coming up, one of the things that I also love about the TRX is you can do some amazing stretches. So as you take that, walk it out, open up the chest, right in here, inhale and exhale. I'm going to reach up, extend one arm and one leg, slightly forward and hold. Again, reaching over. You can even drop that arm, come down, bring it right back up, and switch. So a little bit of like an assisted stretching. I push up into the top handle, I push back into the back handle. I'm going to bend my knee a little bit. Hold. So I'm getting that opposition. And tuck in even more. Slightly over. Bring my arm around. Obviously, you're breathing in and out. Now coming back up. I'm stepping forward, bringing the straps, or bringing my arms and the straps slightly behind my ears. I step back and I fold forward. And again, take it up, stepping up, reaching up, hold, and stepping back, folding forward. One more time, step it up, lengthen, feels good to stretch, go side to side, step back, reach it and hold. Inhale in, exhale out. As I come up, just 2 more stretches. I'm going to do them with shorter straps. By walking back, right in here, feet together, I'm going to hip hinge and lean. Now when my feet are together, I'm going to feel this more as a hamstring stretch. And then take it wider, and again, tip and hold. When I go wider, it gets more into my low back. I'm reaching my fingers to the wall. I'm pushing my tailbone up and slightly back. So again, there's opposition happening. And the last one here is to come in, let the body just lean. Lean a little to the side if you want. A little to the other side. And then finally, as you step up, come over to the wall. Put your foot up against it, grab your straps, and get a good calf stretch. Again, a lot of people are doing more walking and running right now, which is wonderful, but often we don't do a good job, and yes, I'm including myself because I'm part of that group, that don't always do the stretching that we need to kind of let those muscles release. We contract, and this is allowing them to get a good stretch in there and release. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't have a pair of TRX straps and you're looking to have something at home, it's one of the things I recommend. Have a great day. Check out our library of other videos, and we'll see you next time.